What are you looking for?
What kind of job do you want?
Do you want a career?
How do I develop my skills?
How do I apply?
Are there ways to advance? Are there any benefits?
What about pay?
How do I find a
Job I'll enjoy.
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 Enjoy. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
You want a job that offers great pay, excellent health benefits, and exceptional retirement plans?
Do you want a job that requires you to be in great shape, both physically and mentally?
Do you want a job that could lead to a satisfying lifelong career?
Hi, I'm Stephen Henry.
And I'm Justin Canfield. You know, several years ago, we found ourselves wanting a job with all of these qualities. Today, we feel very fortunate because as journeyman linemen, we have jobs that pay well, are always interesting, and offer the security of long-term employment.
Now, you're watching this program because you too are looking for the right job opportunity. Over the next few minutes, you'll learn about the exciting and financially rewarding career as an outside lineman. As population and economies continue to grow, now more than ever, electricity is the energy of the future. And the linemen who help bring the electricity to factories and homes will be greatly needed. Well, the best way to become a lineman is to be selected to participate in an IBEW NECA apprenticeship training program. Over the next few minutes, we'll take a look at what's required to get in, what kind of training you'll receive, and what you can expect from a career in the electrical industry.
This Electrical Industry Apprenticeship Program is a collaboration between the union, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, or IBEW, and management, the National Electrical Contractors Association, often referred to as NECA. These two dynamic organizations joined together in 1941 to form the NJATC, the National Joint Apprenticeship and Training Committee, which is responsible for establishing the qualifications, creating the curriculum, and certifying the competency of all union linemen in North America. To accomplish this goal, IBEW local unions and NECA chapters have organized JATC training centers across the United States and Canada. As a union apprentice, you will receive the best possible training and on-the-job experience. You will also be assured that your working conditions, paycheck, and benefit packages will be adequately and fairly negotiated on your behalf.
The opportunity to become an IBEW NECA apprentice is open to all men and women who meet the basic minimum requirements. Well, first of all, you need to be a high school graduate with a good math background, including algebra. You may have to receive a qualifying score on an aptitude test, and you may be required to qualify on a physical exam and pass a drug test. You will likely be required to obtain a commercial driver's license. The ideal apprenticeship candidate is an intelligent, energetic, and dedicated person who wants a career that is both physically demanding and mentally challenging.
I like the idea of testing myself mentally and physically, and because of the inherent dangers and of the trade, I chose the IBEW NECA program. The union training program is really a first-class program, and after I graduated, I felt very prepared, to go out and do a good job. First, the union really looks out for its members, and I think that's especially important when it comes to safety, benefits, pay, and other important issues.
Being a lineman, it's a challenging job, something different every day. Get to meet different people, see different places that you might have not ever seen before.
One of the greatest things in the IBEW NECA program is that even while I'm an apprentice, I'm earning money while learning a trade at the same time. There's no better opportunity than that. By the time I complete the program, I'll have earned $150,000 in wages and benefits, and there's just no better scholarship opportunity than that.
Outside journeyman lineman is a good name for this job because we do most of our work outside in all types of weather. Sometimes you can come home tired, come home dirty, but it feels good knowing that you're learning a lot and you're earning a good living while you're doing it.
The apprenticeship training required to become a lineman is a 3.5-year program. During this time, you'll be paid good wages as you complete 3 years of coursework and 7,000 hours of on-the-job training. You will receive periodic wage increases as you advance through the program. When you qualify for a pay raise, you'll receive it. No ifs, ands, or buts. The on-the-job training will be conducted by highly skilled journeymen who will show you how to climb, work from a pole, use the tools, and work with the materials. You will learn trade skills on real jobs, including hot sticking and rubber glove techniques. You will be taught to work safely and to install all types of distribution equipment, maintain and repair transmission lines, and perform jobs you might never have imagined you'd be doing. It's a shoulder-to-shoulder learning experience.
The coursework is designed to go hand in hand with the on-the-job training and includes learning theories behind what you are doing in the field and gaining additional hands-on training for a variety of skills and electrical procedures. The 3 years of coursework include study, homework, and attending related classes. Some programs have intensive training camp sessions where classwork and in-the-field situations are both emphasized. You will be required to successfully complete classes in a variety of subjects, including electrical theory, transformer connection, climbing both wood and steel poles and steel towers, constructing power lines, power distribution, fault locating, and of course, safety and first aid, including pole and vault rescue. You'll start by learning simple tasks performed near the ground, and as you prove your competency, you will be shown more complex procedures higher in the air. Your trainers and instructors will be experienced linemen who have taken hours of instructional training so that they know how to give you the best possible education.
For both the classroom and on-the-job training, you will be expected to be on time, work well with others, and conduct yourself in a professional and courteous manner. You must be a productive worker, able to think critically, work within a crew structure, and solve problems yourself. The training is so thorough that most apprentices graduate and receive their IBEW NICA diploma, other certifications, and college credit.
If you're thinking about coming into the trade and becoming a journeyman lineman, there's lots of things you should consider. One, you're going to be out in the elements for a great deal of the portion of the time you're working. And another thing that's a very important thing is being able to work at heights and being comfortable with it. There's a lot of dangers associated once you're up there, and if you're thinking about where you're at as far as off the ground, your mind needs to be on what you're doing up there and not where you're at.
We take apprentices and we teach them knowledge, skill, and attitude, and we make them a more skillful, proficient, and safer lineman. And so when they eventually get their journeyman's card and they top out, they have all this to draw back on when they go out there and the job and on the job training through their apprenticeship. So when they get out there on the job, they can look up and find the most safest way, proficient way to do something, and they'll know the hazards associated with that job.
To get into the program is a challenge, and to complete the program is a challenge. And I like the fact that your instructors are people who have gone through the trade and have been linemen, so they know what kind of issues we wrestle with in terms of safety, working high up in the air, being next to energized conductors, equipment, and things like that.
As a journeyman lineman, you will be qualified to work on any type of transmission or distribution equipment. Linemen are responsible for getting the power from the dam or power source to the substations located throughout the country and onto the distribution poles that go down all the streets and roads across this great land. The linemen are usually the first to go to work when a disaster strikes, and you will be trained to respond to many types of situations.
If there's such a thing as an average day for a lineman, it would generally start before 8 in the morning and end about 4:30 in the afternoon. Usually there's 30 minutes for lunch, and there are a couple of short coffee breaks during the day. If it becomes necessary to work overtime, you will be paid a premium wage. You must be able to adapt to an industry that includes a wide variety of working situations. A particular job could last a couple of days, a few months, or even years. There will be times when you'll need to travel to where the jobs are, and you can be away from home for long periods of time. You might work for one contractor for many years, or many contractors in a single year. Most days, the job will require you to work in the air, often belted off to the top of a pole about 40 feet off the ground, or a steel tower that can be 150 feet in the air or higher. Other days, you might be working in a trench. If your skills become highly developed, you might test your abilities at the annual Lineman's Rodeo, where linemen from around the world gather to have competitions based on everyday work situations and techniques.
One of the most common misunderstandings about being a lineman is that it's something that you do if your grades aren't good enough to get into college. Well, my grades were good enough and I did get into college, and I got my degree in business administration and management. Now I entered the workforce thinking I was going to make big money, only to find out entry-level salaries were merely $18,000 to $20,000 a year. Well, a friend of mine was in the apprenticeship, did a JATC apprenticeship, and he was making between $50,000 and $60,000 a year as an apprentice. So while I was paying money to go to college, he was getting paid to learn the trade. And I thought about that and said, well, that sounds like a pretty good deal. So I found out what I needed to do to get into the apprenticeship, and I did. And the money's been fantastic. I'm a third step apprentice, and I'm just happy as can be.
Well, as an apprentice lineman, I like to go out. I loved outdoors, and I like to see the results of my job. I like the pay. I like good benefits, good health, good medical, and it's a good, for supporting your family.
I worked in the trade for 45 years, 42 years as a journeyman lineman. I made some very good friends. I raised a family of 6. We live very comfortably, and now that I'm retired, I've been retired for 8 years, and I enjoy my retirement very much.
I got in this program for a simple reason, that I was looking for a career that would last, have good benefits, and that basically to learn something that I thought and felt would be around for the near future. Everybody always going to need power, some kind of electricity, and you're always going to need somebody out there building, repairing, and maintaining those lines.
So if you meet all the minimum requirements and think you've got what it takes to become a lineman, then call your local JATC training center and find out when you can apply. Most training centers offer orientation sessions which provide detailed information about the apprenticeship programs.
Once you have applied, you may be scheduled to take an aptitude exam that analyzes your math, reading comprehension, and spatial relations skills. If you obtain a qualifying score on the aptitude test, then the next step is a short but thorough oral interview with both IBEW and NECA representatives. The interviewers will be assessing your character, work ethic, interest, attitude, education, and work experience. Admission to the program is very competitive, and people often have to apply more than once before being selected.
We hope you now have a better idea about the exciting challenges and benefits of a job as a lineman and whether it might be the right career choice for you. In addition to the outside program, the IBEW and NECA offer other electrical apprenticeship opportunities. You might find that you are more suited for a career as a residential wireman, as a telecommunications installer technician, or as an inside wireman.
You can get more information about all of these programs by calling your local chapter of the National Electrical Contractors Association, an IBEW local union hall, or a local joint apprenticeship and training committee office. You can also check out the latest apprenticeship news on the NJATC website at www.njatc.org.
The NECA IBEW apprenticeship programs are the backbone of the entire electrical industry. Maybe you are one of the people who has the mental and physical abilities to succeed in a career as a highly trained, well-paid journeyman lineman.
It all starts by applying for an apprenticeship with your local JATC. Check it out. You'll be glad you did.